Hi, it's Graham from Compiler again with the next video in the series called Autoresponder Magic. Here we'll be looking at how to create an email list of loyal subscribers who will want to receive your emails. So let's get started. So the first question is, what is an autoresponder? Well, all an autoresponder does is send emails automatically. It's just a web script that has been cleverly coded to send out emails to new subscribers when you want it to. Imagine if you had 10,000 subscribers on your list. How time-consuming would it be to send individual emails to each person? You see, an autoresponder allows pre-writing of emails. Before you send a single email, you can write a series of messages and store these in your autoresponder account. So you could have a month's worth or even a year's worth of messages stored that will go out to all of your subscribers. The sequence of messages starts to get delivered after the visitor registers. The one-time registration of a visitor through your opt-in form will trigger a welcome message to be sent and then your sequence of messages to be sent automatically. There is no need for you to do anything once the system is set up. When it comes to the opt-in process, you need to think about single or double opt-in. With single opt-in, the visitor automatically joins your list and starts receiving messages from you once they've entered their information into the opt-in form and click the subscribe button. With double opt-in, they are sent an email with a link to click asking them to confirm that they want to join the list. In a number of ways, double opt-in is better because it stops people using fake emails to get your free gift. Now, this happens a lot. And also provides you with protection against spam complaints. An autoresponder will also allow you to send broadcast messages. Okay, so you have your sequence of messages plugged into your autoresponder, but you decide that you want to make a very special offer or announcement to everybody. All you have to do is use the broadcast message feature. Write one email, and then this will be sent automatically to everybody, regardless of when they joined your list and at what point they are in the message sequences. This is a very useful feature which is used by successful internet marketers. All of the most successful internet marketers use autoresponders. Some have several accounts. There is a well-used phrase that states, "The money is in the list," and this is true for all businesses. Having a list of people that know you is very useful. Remember the 7 contacts from the previous videos? If you take the time and effort to build up a list of subscribers, then it will pay you back over and over again. Okay, so we know that autoresponders are good. The next question is, how do you get one? Because of the popularity of autoresponders, it has become much easier to get your hands on one these days. There are 2 main ways of doing this, and they are using a hosted script. What this means is that you can buy an autoresponder solution that you install on your hosting account, and it will provide you with a fully functional system. These are available from £40 up to thousands of pounds. Now, these can be very difficult to set up, and if you don't have a lot of technical knowledge, it really isn't recommended. Also, your hosting account might not be up to the task, and you run the risk of getting your account suspended. A better option when you're starting out is to use third-party companies. These will charge you a monthly fee of around £15 to use the autoresponder service, which you can tailor to your needs. There are a large number of these companies out there offering slightly different packages, but essentially they all do the same things. The biggest of these is Aweber.com. Aweber has been around for many years. They are the go-to company for autoresponders, and their interface is very easy to use. They are always improving their service and have some great tutorials on every aspect of list building and management. They are always advertising special deals where you can get the first month for $1, so it's worth looking out for. A similar company is GetResponse. These guys have been around a long time as well and offer similar services to Aweber. They're certainly a good company and will provide all the tools that you need to run a list. Most recently there is MailChimp. These guys are relatively new, but a lot of users have stated that their services are very good and they're a bit cheaper than Aweber and GetResponse. The truth is that there are many companies out there, so shop around. You can use Google to find these guys. Just search for autoresponder companies and you will find many. If you want to be safe, then I would recommend Aweber. I have used them for years. So now the question is, how does it work? Signing up for a new autoresponder account is very easy, but when you log into your account, it may seem a bit daunting. So this is what you need to do. Create an email list and autoresponder campaign. Now, all of the companies work slightly differently, but usually the first thing that you need to do is set up an email or contact list and then an autoresponder campaign. When you set up the email list, it will ask you what fields you require, such as first name, last name, telephone number, etc. My advice here is to keep this to a minimum. The more fields that you have on your form, the more reluctant a visitor will be to fill them in. Once this is decided, then set up a new autoresponder campaign. This will enable you to write your first message. Your first message is sent immediately after the visitor confirms their registration, using the double opt-in method. This should be just a welcome message and nothing salesy. Tell them where they can get their free gift and give them a taste of things to come. Then you can move on to adding a sequence of messages. I will go into the timing and subject matters of these later on in this video. Here you will create several messages that will be delivered a certain amount of days after the welcome message has been received. When I write these messages, I always finish them with cliffhangers, which can only be satisfied by receiving and opening the next message in the sequence. You need to decide how often you want to send emails. Once a week is good. If you go for this, you will need to prepare at least 4 so that this covers the first month, and then write the next 4 for the following month, and so on. Once your messages have been written and stored, you need to copy the autoresponder HTML code. There will be a section in your autoresponder account for the HTML code necessary to create your opt-in form, which you will place on your website. Be sure to copy all of the code for this. Then you will need to add the HTML code to your website. If you don't have the skills to do this, then ask your web designer to do it for you. You want to make sure that your opt-in box is in a prominent place and looks good. Once this is done, you are ready to test and go. It is very important that you test that everything works. Use an email address that you own to test that you received the confirmation email and then the welcome message and the first couple of messages in the sequence. Once this has been confirmed, you are ready to go. Let's have a look at a good example of an opt-in form. Now, you may recognize this form as it is the one we use on the compiler site. This has worked very well for us. You can see that the form has been designed well and offers a good incentive to people to enter their details. Now, this was not created in 5 minutes and took quite a bit of effort, but it looks very professional and works very well. At Compiler, we like to capture the visitor's first and last name, but you can just go for their first name and email, or just their email. Capturing their first name means that you can personalize the emails in your autoresponder by using the first name feature. So instead of an email starting with just hi or hello, you can say hi Graham. This has been proven to increase responses. Using their first name in the subject of the email also works well too. Now we will have a look at incentives for sign-up. People are very unlikely to provide their email address to you for no reason. There are a few rules that you need to follow to get a good sign-up rate. It has to be good. You should offer them a good incentive to join your list. This can be a free report, special discount codes, etc. Whatever it is, it needs to be good. Ask yourself the question, would I sign up for that? Then there is high perceived value. Value is a very subjective thing. If you can provide information that people need to solve a problem, then it will have high perceived value. People want to solve problems at the speed of light these days, and if you go some way to helping them achieve that, then you're onto a winner. So make sure that you provide valuable information. Don't just sling up a shambles. Even if it provides the information required but looks shoddy, then people will judge you on this. Take the time out to make your free report or guide look great, and more importantly, contain meaty information that they can use. It goes without saying that this information should be unavailable elsewhere. If they can get the same report from another site, then they might just do that. Make sure that the content is original and unique. You can get someone else to write it for you if you want. Now, when you are setting all this up, I recommend going for double opt-in. As I said before, this is where the autoresponder will send a confirmation email to the subscriber before they are added to the list. There will be a link in the email which, when clicked, will confirm them. I never used to use this system, but found that over 50% of the emails entered were bogus under single opt-in. Now I only use double opt-in. I would rather have fewer subscribers with real email addresses than more with bogus addresses. Once their email is confirmed, send them to the download page. Don't make your subscriber wait for their download. In the autoresponder settings, you can send them to a specific page on your site where they can download their report, so make sure that you do that. Also, provide a link to the download page in the initial welcome email. Now we have a look at message sequencing. Do you remember that I told you that it takes an average of 7 contacts to make a sale? Of course you do. Well, let us apply that to the message sequences. Message 1. The first email needs to be a welcome message only. Do not try to sell something in this message. Use it to say hello, provide the download link for your special report, and give them a teaser of what they will expect to receive from you over the next few days. Then you need to create Message 2, Just Value. In the second message, you want to provide some valuable information which will gain their trust. It's too early for a sales message at this stage. Now we move on to Message 3 and 4, Make an Offer. In emails 3 and 4, you can make an offer. Email 4 can just be a reminder about the offer in email 3. To make people more excited about your offer, put a time value on it so that the offer will be closing a couple of days after email 4 goes out to them. Then on to Message 5, Value. We're back to value again. This is important as we want the subscriber to relax and not think that all of your future messages will contain offers. The same goes for Message 6, Value. Again, send another value email here. And then finally on to Message 7, Offer. Okay, this is the sweet spot where people should be primed to buy from you, so make your best offer here. That's the sequencing, and now we have a quick look at timing your emails. This is also important and is a balancing act. These are the recommended timings for each message. Welcome message immediate. Now this is a must-do. Most autoresponders will do this automatically anyway. You don't want to keep your subscribers waiting to get their welcome message and their gift. Next we go on to first sequence message 2 days later. I would recommend that you schedule your first sequence message 2 days after the welcome message. Tell them in the welcome message that this is going to happen. Then move on to the rest of the sequence 3 days apart. Now this is really up to you. You need to decide how many messages will be in the sequence. 3 days has worked well for me in the past. Always remember, if you wait too long, they might forget you. People are busy these days and are probably subscribed to a number of email lists. If you space the sequence messages too far apart, then there's a danger that they might forget who you are and discard the emails. Then on the other side of the coin, don't send more than 1 message a day. This will irritate people. If it is really important, then once in a while is okay, but people will unsubscribe if you keep battering them with emails. And finally, plan a year ahead. This might seem over the top to you, but all of the big dogs do this. You might achieve this with a couple of months' worth of sequence messages, followed up by a weekly broadcast. Having a plan with this is very important. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that you found it useful. In the next video, we'll be looking at how to start a blog. So, see you next time.